How y'all doing today? Good.
Coach, is this your biggest test for your own defense?
I would say so. If you look at what they did last week in their game, I think they had 38 attempts for over 200 yards. They were hard-headed about running the ball, and I think they will keep that going this week into our game.
Hard to find fault with really much you've done these first two games, but opening drives might be it, right?
Well, our opening drive, and speaking of our rush defense, is really not where we need it to be right now. So right now we feel like we need to – they're going to come in, we believe, hard-headed to run. We got to bow up and try to stop the run.
Is there something you point to for why it hasn't clicked?
Well, we've played some really good rushing teams, and you look right now, I think Green Bay are top 10 in several rushing categories, especially after their last week's game, and got a excellent 1-2 punch in the backfield, inside runner, outside runner, and they got a trigger man if you load the box that can get the ball out. So it poses a great test for us.
Speaking of tests, I know you guys have had a lot of success rushing the quarterback, but Aaron Rodgers was a little bit different in that he's a guy that, he gets outside the pocket, and it's not just that he's taking off and running. He can throw it from anywhere on the field.
We just had our pass rush meeting this morning. That's one thing we pointed out. We're got 4 guys responsible for basically 6 gaps up there, but this guy is mobile, and he moves to buy time, and his receivers do a great job uncovering, and he can throw it a mile. So it poses a huge test for us.
Coach, the defense has only allowed 1 touchdown through 2 games. There's been multiple sacks and multiple turnovers. What would you point to that is just clicking right now on defense where everything's working?
I'd rather be lucky than good any day of the week. No, actually the guys are trying really hard, and the thing is they're kind of going out and trying to execute the game plan, and so far it's worked out for us.
To not have Akeem out there, you talk about wanting to be better on the run defense. It's that much harder when you don't have him there. How does his responsibilities kind of get apportioned to the other guys, and what's the keys to playing well without him in that front?
Well, I think you just made a good point. Most of our guys up front are very interchangeable, and that's kind of the way our roster's built. Now Nacho would have to come in and play a little bit more. Logan would have to play a little bit more. Will does this job. Then we added Sanad. Then we have Pat that's there and that can play all 3 positions. So everybody's role just has to increase till we get him back.
What have you seen from Logan this early part of the season?
The thing with him, he just kind of keep growing. The veterans keep coming, and it's almost we think he's getting really close to it starting to click for him, and we can see his rep count going up, and he's really hungry. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta now, especially with Akeem being down, his jump has got to come faster.
What has impressed you guys about Sanad, who I guess could be in that rotation this week, possibly?
Well, the thing when we had our meeting right for a final cut, and I was saying you guys have made it tough for them personnel because sometimes you go into the meeting like these guys are not really good enough this time. But this year, the guys we felt like we had in our D-line room, all of them did enough to warrant a roster spot. So I thought they were going to have to make some tough decisions. So, and that being said, we look at Sanad as a player that, as a matter of fact, I told him other teams throughout this league you would make their 53 hands down, and we're fortunate to get you back on our practice squad.
You guys haven't had a defensive start like this to the season since 2003. Just what's the area that you're most proud of with this defense and the way they're performing?
Well, right now they're playing together. That's the thing that's really getting nobody is playing outside of the scheme. Everybody is stepping up, making plays. The DBs are covering. The edge guys are rushing. The linebackers are flying around. And you can see everybody contributing, and I think that's the thing that stands out.
What can you say, too, about the fact that you have guys in the secondary that are coming in here on Tuesdays on their day off, and now they watch film together as well on Friday? Just the initiative that they're showing to try to improve.
Well, that's the growth from your earlier years. You see guys growing up, and they're initiating coming in. There's not coach mandated, or they're initiating all that, and that's just the growth and people taking ownership and wanting us to have success.
Okay, anything else?
Thank you. See you guys later.
That'll be it.